click on the avatar and then log in with your email and password. If you can't find that, we can also research it and send it to you too. So this is our homepage. And I'm going to have you click on your icon and click on View Profile. Okay, so we're going to just start here with your profile. So you can see on mine that I'm logged under, it kind of shows me what type of membership I have. And then it shows my bundle limit. The bundle limit is how many folks are on your membership. So limit is 3. I only have 1 person for this test account that we're showing. And if I wanted to add a member, I would click on this button and add another member to my bundle. And I think most of you have used the majority of your bundle membership. I'm not sure if you're an individual. I think there's a couple of us on the call who are under individual memberships. So you won't have this bundle option to add additional folks to your membership. And so you would add the first name, last name, organization, and kind of all these other details. Okay, so let's go back.
Just one thing to note, this is here, even if you are an individual, you have the opportunity to upload a photo, and we can show, Carolyn will show you where those will populate. But if you don't have a logo, or if you need to change your logo for a business or a government membership, that's where you would change that to.
Yes. And feel free to unmute and ask questions as we go along. So this is very informal as training. So if you have anything you want to stop us for, please unmute and do that. All right, so I'm going to go back to my profile here. I just clicked on this blue button. And so we were talking about our avatar or logo. So that's kind of on our homepage. If you are not an individual, we have a slideshow that has everybody's logo, if you're organization, government, business. And this is also what shows up on our member directory. And so we all know people are visual and they connect logos with companies and organizations. So we really encourage you to have a logo here. So you would click on that and upload a file from your computer. I'm just going to choose this image that I used yesterday for a social media piece, and then it uploads here. And then you can change that. If it's not cropped how you like, you'll have to just upload it to whatever specifications you want. That's not something we can change on our end, but so I'm just going to remove it for now. And then fill in as much information as you can. Okay, so this section right here for the business side, that's more information for us on our back end, kind of know a little bit more about our members. And so that's hidden, won't be available to the public. Category and services, those are the pieces that are forward facing to our public. So if you're in the renovation and repair, rental industries, and you're part of a nonprofit, please click all those that pertain to your organization. And then services, so we want a detailed description here. This is kind of your 2 to 3 sentence blurb about what you do. So when people look at our directory, that they can read and say, oh, Reuse Minnesota is a network of reuse-oriented folks, and they can kind of see what you're doing by reading the quick description that you provide here. So there's a few folks that probably need to go through and add a description, but it just makes it a lot easier for people to find you. Okay, does that make sense? Emily, you want to hop on and say anything?
Yeah, I want to note what Sandy said in the comments. So she is a bundle member. So she's not the primary account person for Becker County. And so she does not see all these things. So that may be true for a number of you who are part of a bundle, but you're not the coordinator. So if you are not, make sure that the person who is, you help them through this process too, or that they, help you. You can sit down and walk them through that, or share this video when we're done. But you still are able to have an individual profile. So in the members section, when you're logged in, if you upload your own picture there, or you could do your organizational logo, if you upload your own picture, then people will be able to see that and contact you. So still, even if you're not the primary account holder, fill out your personal information or your individual information, because that does go into the overall member directory that's for members only.
Yes, great question. Thank you, Sandy. All right, so I'm just clicking on the privacy tab up here. So if there's information you want hidden from folks, this is where you would change that setting. So I clicked on privacy, and then you can move these different buttons to change your privacy settings for your contact information, category, services, and the like, and then hit save when you're done. Okay. Email subscriptions. This is if you want to change your preferences for emails. subscriptions, and then donations. Oops, that's if you sent a financial donation, and there's log of that. Okay, so any questions on kind of that general profile section before I move on? Okay, so we'll move on. All right, so also on this profile setting, you can view photo albums that you created. So if we had an event like the conference and you uploaded photos, this is where you would do that. You can share it with people. If you want to look and see, hey, did I register for the annual meeting that's coming up on November 15th? You can click on this tab, My Event Registrations, and then scroll down and see what events you've registered for. Okay, and then if you have any invoices, membership event fees that you need to pay, it's also under that category, invoices and payments. Okay, so all events, payments, profile stuff is all under your profile setting, which you can access by clicking on the purple avatar and clicking on your profile or edit profile. All right, so let me just go back here. Okay, any questions on the profile before we move on? I think most of it is pretty self-explanatory. You guys can click those and figure that out pretty easily. Okay, so I'm gonna just go to something that Emily had mentioned about the directory. And so I'm just gonna choose, let's see here, Becker County. We have Becker County here. So you'll see that they have one member link. So Steve is the bundle administrator. So that means he's kind of the main person who set up the account for Becker County. And then you'll see a linked member, Sandy. So that's why she can't see some of the fields that I showed previously. So Steve would have access to all that, and they could sit down together. And if she wanted to update her information, she could do that too. So that makes sense. So those of you who are the bundle administrators for your accounts, just know that some of your bundle members might not have full access to the backgrounds. So if there's things that you need to update, you're the one that would have access to all that.
And if you're not sure, you'll find out through logging in if you're the bundle admin, because like Carolyn said, you'll see those boxes or you won't. But I just put the link to the public directory, so reusemn.org/directory. So then you can see, so like Becker County, for example, has the government category, but there isn't a description. So that would be a good thing, Sandy, if you want to type up a sentence or two, help Steve log in and say, hey, make sure that we say we have the reuse program or whatever you want to include there. Most of our businesses have descriptions, but there are a number of government folks, which I think several of you are on the call today, that we don't have descriptions for. So please do go ahead and log in and add one of those so folks understand who you are just when they do a brief check on the directory.
Yep.